Well, I'm very honored, and actually I'm thrilled to have here with us two distinguished professors, Professor Alexandre Roulin from the University of Lausanne and Professor Yossi Leshem here from the University of Tel Aviv. And we have a rare opportunity of them presenting and showing something that we don't see every day. And this is a regional cooperation, of course, between Switzerland and Israel, but the most important thing and the most interesting one is cooperation between Israel, Jordan, and the Palestinians on birds, on fighting the pesticides, on trying to help the environment, and doing great things together, not only when it comes to birds, but also when it comes to joint education and joint protecting of the environment. So thank you very much for being with us.
Thank
you.
Thank you. The concept of birds know no boundaries is, I think, an exceptional story that, we are both, Alex and me, bird lovers, but the idea is that through the birds, they are only the platform to get people together in the Middle East and Switzerland. And the idea is that the birds, they don't care about political borders. They migrate from Switzerland or from Europe through the Middle East up to South Africa. And we try to make it an interdisciplinary idea that we can connect people through conservation, through education, through nature protection, and flight safety.
Birds know no boundaries is a high symbol for peace. For instance, we are working with barn owls, which are used to control pests. Farmers use the barn owls to kill the pests and they don't spread poison. And with our studies, we could show that the Israeli barn owls, in fact, forage not only in Israel, but they go in Palestine or they go in Jordan to catch the mice. And also, two years ago, we had the first pair of Jordanian and Israeli barn owl breeding together. And this shows that these birds know no frontiers. They cross without visa and they meet together and have kids.
If you ask someone in Swiss, what do you know about the Middle East? They will talk only on the conflict, shooting, killing, and not solving their own problems. Our main issue is, the main challenge, to get people together from Israel, Palestinian, Jordanian, and together with the Swiss people to solve this problem through the birds, which know no boundaries. That's the reason, that's the name of our project. We get the people together. We are both scientists or we are keen on nature conservation, but we believe that the birds and wildlife and conservation can do the job much better than all the politicians who are failing.
I think the big challenge is the situation, which fluctuates a lot in the Middle East. And we could tell that we are long-run runners, like marathon runners, and we have to keep the faith, to continue with this aim to bring people together to discuss. And sometimes there is a conflict between the communities, but still we continue. We are convinced that we have to continue this project to foster peace between the different communities. Yes, what is the role of Switzerland? Why Swiss people should be involved in this project? I think the first reason why Switzerland should be involved is because we are a neutral country. When I'm in the Middle East, when we are with my friends from Israel, from Jordan or Palestine, they have a strong respect of Switzerland because we are neutral. We don't take party for one community or the other. And I think it brings a bit peace in this project. And Switzerland is as well a strong symbol. We have Geneva, the international Geneva. And now we are working with many organizations in Switzerland because all Switzerland, I think, is convinced that this is worth the challenge.
I believe in people, not in organizations. Alex is from Lausanne University, I'm Tel Aviv University and SPNI, but I feel much more in common with Alex, who loves birds and loves barn owls like me, than we have the same language. So I think Switzerland is an excellent example that anyone, I am now 4 months in Switzerland, I enjoy every day. The people are fantastic. They succeeded to save their bearded vulture after they destroyed the habitat of them. And I believe we have a lot to learn from Switzerland. So this, I think, marriage is a win-win project for both sides.
I know Yossi for about 10 years. This was at a conference in Vienna about nature and science. And because I'm strongly involved in the work of the barn owl in Switzerland, he approached me, asked me whether I would agree to join forces in the Middle East. Just as a good scientist, I went in the Middle East to work with the owls. And I took a bit of time to be convinced that this is a very good place. And after 2-3 years, I told Yossi, this is fantastic what you are doing. Not only science, but that science can bring something more, bringing people to the same table. And then I moved gently but surely to this cooperation project. And now Yossi came in Switzerland for 4 months as a sabbatical. And our aim was to convince the political people from Switzerland, the army as well, and the diplomats to join forces with us for this wonderful project.
I think that the main issue is that in this sabbatical year in Switzerland, a part of enjoying fantastic country with so much nature, these new activities with the politician is, I'm sure, the beginning of much better activities between Switzerland and the Middle East. And I'm very proud that Alex is now an unofficial ambassador of Switzerland for the Middle East.
Yes, my memory is very vivid about an anecdote. I was living in Amman, in Jordan. This was the meeting of the workshop, and we're eating with the General Abu Rashid Mansour. And people were laughing, making jokes among each other. And at some point I was wondering what is going on. I was really absolutely no idea. And I was asking my friend beside, I did not know if it was an Israeli, Jordanian, Palestinian, I said, who are these guys? What are we doing? He said, I don't know. It's okay if they are not, say, no, it's okay. And in fact, these were the Jordanians making a joke to the Palestinians. And after 10 minutes of this, at the end, they were all laughing, you know, a big fire, laughing, wow, wow, wow. And what I learned from this anecdote is that the people from this three regions, Jordan, Palestine, Israel, they are all the same. And they are all together, all friends. And I think this is the power of this highly symbolic project, to bring these people together and to show, not only to them, but to the rest of the world, that the people like each other.
Okay, so we started this activity already 15 years ago, and we got from the Germans funds to follow migrating white storks from Europe over the Middle East up to South Africa, through Kenya, Tanzania, and so on. We gave them Jewish name, Christian name, and Muslim names so that it became a global story. And one of the storks, which you can see here in the small clip, was moving from Germany through the Middle East to Cape Town, 13 years, year after year, on the same route. And Israeli students in 300 schools, and Jordanian and Palestinian, could follow the same stork and discuss between them how these birds are making this world amazing movement on the entire globe. So now we are happy to be with our ambassador in Bern, and hopefully we are starting to do the same with schools in Switzerland, together with Israelis, Palestinian students, and Jordanian schools.